happy December and happy holidays. Very, very happy to have you. I'm Madeleine, if we haven't met before, and if you're back, a warm welcome, Leo. Okay, so Spirit came in with a really cool message when I sat down to concentrate on your energy, and they also gave me a song for you to hear. I don't honestly remember the lyrics very well, but it's the melody, the energy of the song, and even the title of the song that came through applies to your message. The song is Dissolve Me by Alt J. You're welcome, please enjoy. And your channeled message was, like I said, really interesting. Spirit was basically asking you to act as if, to play a little imagination game with your life. What if tomorrow morning you woke up as if like you were an alien in your body, or you woke up into your life and you were not you? How would you play through your life? How might you behave differently if you didn't have maybe the old hang-ups or the old guilt or the old worries or etc., and it was like the definition of a fresh start where, wow, I'm not even me. And then I run into this person who is maybe a little bit of a jerk to me, and before I didn't have, you know, the wherewithal or the words to say like, piss off, dude. Or the guy or the girl that I really like, I see them, and before I didn't have the courage to talk to them, but now I'm gonna be like, you know what, like I don't have those hang-ups. I might leave this body tomorrow, but I like this person, so I'm gonna go talk to them. Spirit is saying that's actually the most kind of holy and spiritual way to act, and like as a, you know, not to be a downer, Leo, but it's like any one of us could like get hit by a bus tomorrow. So they're kind of saying, why not act as if like life, this, you know, now they're giving me that quote and I'm going to forget who it's by. I'm so sorry. But essentially, what will you do with your one wild and precious life? I'm not worried about you getting hit by a bus, Leo. Like, this is not going to be a downer reading. I'm not feeling that way at all. They're just saying there's some stuff that you can get done by wiping the slate clean and playing that game with yourself. What if I was playing me in a movie? What if that's another way to think of it? What if my life were actually a movie and I was just the actor portraying me? This is the scene where either I keep quiet for the 1000th time or I speak up in whatever capacity that is, okay? Something to consider. 'Tis the season for some miraculous occurrences, and that's what they're also saying for you. So, that said, let's actually dive into your cards. Huh. Oh, good. Okay. So, wow. Leo, looking fucking good. Looking good. Wow. Okay. So this is a pretty great reading, Leo. Here's what I'm hearing right off the bat. Makes a lot of sense, honestly, with the channeled message. You have that 8 of Swords at the bottom of your reading of a little bit of self-imposed slowdown or even a halt, and preventing yourself from getting on to the next phase. And that's kind of how they're putting it to me, like on to the next thing. Like maybe you a lot of you, kind of what they're giving me is a lot of you have been on path, or like I know what the path is and I'm kind of going, but there's maybe just this gate between you and this next thing. So you, me, and Alt J, we're going to dissolve me and we're going to expand into I'm whatever I want to be, not myself, you know, my old notions, my old programming. There are some new rules to play by, and playing by the rules can be a lot of fun this month, and that's how they're putting it. The Hierophant is at the center of your reading, crossed by the 3 of Cups. I have a very strong feeling a lot of you Leos are creative people, innovative people, kind of self-starters, and you have plans. You have something that you're working on that is just for yourself. Like, I'm getting a very entrepreneurial energy from this for whatever reason. And Leo, of course, these are general readings, and entrepreneurial doesn't have to mean I literally run my own business. It might be like I have been kicking around the idea of a side hustle, or I have a side hustle, or I have this book that I'm writing, or I have this idea of this thing that I want to do, but I haven't done it because I'm like, who am I to do it? The market's already saturated. Oh, there's plenty of people who do that. It is the right time for you to step out of your fear and into the spotlight. And you're not a fearful sign in general, Leo. Whew, okay, Spirit's come through the word. The thing is, Leo, that I'm not good enough is just as much of an ego game as I am the best. And that's not, Spirit's not giving you a divine spanking or slap on the wrist or anything. It's that don't let the fear, the insecurity, the nagging thoughts, anxious thoughts, that's what the Eight of Swords is about. I mean, if you haven't seen her before in one of my readings, I always point out, like, first glance, it's like, oh, this chick is in trouble. But a few more seconds looking at it, it's like, oh, well, she's not even tightly bound. There's nobody there guarding her. Her feet are not chained up or anything. She can, like, pretty much shrug her way out of these, I'm not even going to call them, like, bindings. They're like bandages. She can shrug her way out, pull off that blindfold, and go whenever she's ready. And there's actually a kingdom. There's actually a place where she can go. Right there, not too far away, but who knows how long she'll stand here in fear. When the fear of going becomes less than the fear of staying, that's when we go. And until then, we won't move. And, take it from the crazy lady that you don't know on the internet, going forward is worth it. This, your card, Leo, you're ruled by the sun astrologically. Your brightness, your innocence, your sweetness, your kindness, your authenticity. It's time to step into the spotlight. It's time to feel. It's time to feel like the King of Wands. And you can identify any which way gender-wise. This is showing up as the potential. And I feel that a lot of you are working with someone, and maybe even more than one person, but definitely at least one other person, where you guys have two different heads, and it's a great combination. Fire and earth. Who's your King of Pentacles? This is someone who's a very important player in your month. They might be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, because Pentacles, earth element. But even if they're not an earth sign, they could be earth, moon, or rising also. We don't know their whole chart. They have a very strong, dependable, and they know who they are and what they think, and this person can help you with that structure and those rules that Spirit is talking about, playing by new rules and rules that are fun. This thing, some of you, it's that you're crafting a new life entirely. Oh, I just moved to this place, or I just got this new job. Or it's just I've been waiting, like they said, on moving forward and to the next level. But for no other reason than maybe I just didn't think I was good enough. Maybe I just didn't think I was ready. There's all kinds of things that can play into this, including just, procrastination is perfection in sheep's clothing. Perfectionism, I should say, in sheep's clothing. There's nothing, you're not lazy, you're not bad if you've been holding off. It's that there is some fear, something to be addressed between you and your idea of success. So maybe dissolve me and be a little bit of an alien or an actor walking around in the role that you're playing, and do things up a little differently with courage and with verve and with playfulness, which are some of your greatest gifts. Again, you're not usually a sign that's too dominated by hang-ups, but it's like Spirit said, though both extremes are an ego game. And as a person with Leo placements, I can say this without sounding like I'm on a high horse, right? Sometimes we Leos, we struggle with ego problems. Again, in whichever direction. They're both bullshit, and they're both getting in the way of you just being your whole, full fucking self. So who are you working with? Who are you having fun with? Because this feels like a partnership or a trio, a group that is a ton of fun. And if you don't know these people yet, Leo, I would encourage you to calmly keep plugging away at what it is that you want, knowing that when you change, your destiny changes. When you shift your energy, the energy around you literally shifts, as within, so without, as above, so below. When you act more like a King of Wands, i.e. tomorrow you set your alarm 15 minutes earlier because you want to get up and get these 2 things done because you know they're going to make you feel like you're more mastery. That's the word that they're using. It feels like this is a month to think about achieving greater mastery. Like they said, moving to that next level, ascending. And that's the Hierophant, the hierarchy. Moving up a level, and a lot of you are getting there by working with other people, getting some assistance in getting your message across or getting your passion fired up. Your commitment is worthwhile. That's what I'm hearing for a lot of you, especially when it comes to this thing that you've been working on. The key to your reading is the Eight of Pentacles clarified by judgment. If you don't already have an idea, or rather I should say like an epiphany almost of like, wow, damn, there it is, like parting the clouds, Gabriel blowing the horn and being like, this is just what's up. If you don't already feel that way, Leo, again, look forward to that it comes in when you plug away, that it doesn't come when you're in your head. 8 of Swords, in fact, like Spirit is having me point out, you have 2 8s here. You have the problem right here, and you have the solution right here. Nothing gets figured out or moved forward when it's just in your head and just kind of hypothesized, or maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that, da-da-da-da-da, like, no, maybe that won't work. Fuck maybe. Like, let's take that shit to the table, bring it into real life, give it a shot, get our hands dirty, and see if we like it or not, see if it works or not. Maybe I hate getting up early to work out, and I want to do that at night. Like, rigorous experimentation. Self-experimentation. This is so funny, but this is what they're saying. It kind of goes with this whole movie vibe that they opened up with. Like, experiment on yourself. Trust your intuition. The High Priestess, a powerful, powerful card, and it's like the Hierophant is sometimes known as the High Priest. So you got the High Priest and the High Priestess hanging out here saying your intuition, and then the application, Hierophant, of that intuition, the sharing of your knowledge and the gaining of knowledge from others. Again, working with other people who might have an expertise that's different than you. That serves your growth, your expansion, and your joy, honestly, because that's the other thing about the Sun. I feel healthy, I feel vital, I feel amazing. We're entering a whole new decade. Now's the time to finish off the decade in a way that is like, wow, I kind of surprised myself. And that's how Spirit is putting it. Like, I'm kind of amazing. Oh, shit. If you were going to be in stillness, if you're not ready to do the thing, then I would at least say don't pay so much attention to your thoughts as you pay to your intuition, which goes deeper than your thoughts. I like to use the metaphor that your mind is an ocean and the waves are your thoughts because, right, they're kicked up by the wind, which is the mental realm, the swords. But if we just are in the top of the water, just treading water, like in the waves, we're getting tossed around, like we're up, we're down, da-da-da-da-da, like it's all over the place, right? We're getting thrashed basically by our thoughts. But if we dive deep, there's actually a stillness and a quiet, and there comes a point where you can actually look up and see what's really going on rather than being thrashed around in the wave of your thoughts. Drop lower, take a deep breath, be with yourself, your quieter self. Here's a hint, your intuition is not going to scream. It's not going to grab you by the throat the way that fear and anxiety and self-sabotage do. Your intuition is quiet, and that's why we kind of have to get past those thoughts to get to it. You may have somebody around you this month who can help you do that, P.S., because like I said, High Priest and High Priestess, it's very likely that a lot of you have a mentor, even if it's a digital fucking mentor, just somebody that you like to listen to, like their podcast or their YouTube or their whatever. Tune in and get on that wavelength. You can be anything you want, Leo. That's what Spirit just said. And I think most of you know that, but they're applying that again to that thing of play like you're an actor playing the role of you, or an alien who just woke up and is occupying your body and gets to make new decisions and see life from this whole completely different perspective, and maybe a bit of a lighter one because they don't have all those worries and hang-ups. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a fun month for you. I see a lot of work, but it feels like work that you undertake very joyfully. Like I said, I'm building my life, or I'm building my business, like I'm building these habits, that's what Spirit just said, that are going to take me where I want to go. And it feels like they absolutely are. That Sun card gives me such joy. Some of you, I'm also hearing, may be getting a job offer. Maybe getting an invitation, maybe somebody else has a podcast and they're like, hey, we would love to have you on. I'm getting that sense that somebody's going to offer you something that's kind of exciting. And it's just the beginning. It might even be the initiation of this working together with like King of Pentacles, Three of Cups, that joint, that might be the meeting. And it's weird that they had me use that word. Kind of like reminds me of like a Spike Lee joint. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some of you are independent filmmakers. There's obviously a lot of creative energy happening here, so I'm very curious to hear how this is playing out for you, Leo. Questions, comments, stories? I always appreciate a thoughtful comment, period, but it really helps me hone my craft too when you guys let me know, like, oh, this is how that energy played out for me. And I discover like new and deeper ways to read the cards. It looks like a great month, Leo. Be committed to your truth, to yourself, and to living life joyfully and in a way that helps you be you. And sometimes being you can mean throwing away, dissolve me, can mean throwing away what it used to mean and finding out what it really is, what you really are, who you really are. The Sun. Step into it innocently, joyfully. You can be anything you want. Love you, Leo. Thank you for being here. I hope that this is helpful for you. And I also hope that you have a really, really wonderful holiday. Whether you celebrate or not, just sending you lots of love and blessings. And if I don't see you in a video before then I will see you in 2020. Bye, Leo.